So we've all been working under this idea that Vecna is the ultimate big bad of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You know, the final boss.
The puppet master pulling all the strings.
Exactly. But what if the show has been, well, not exactly lying to us, but hiding the real story of who or maybe what he actually is?
That's the question, isn't it? And if you haven't looked into the stage play The First Shadow, you are missing the most critical piece of the whole puzzle.
Right.
We've been digging through the play script, Reddit threads, the wiki, and the consensus is Henry Creel wasn't born evil.
See, that's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Because season 4 really frames him as this classic bad seed kid, just born wrong.
It's a completely different story. The sources say he wasn't born this way, he was infected. And the infection, it doesn't even start in Hawkins. It starts in Rachel, Nevada.
Okay, wait. How does a kid in Nevada get from, I don't know, a normal childhood to being patient zero for some kind of interdimensional plague?
Well, normal is a strong word when you live right next to Area 51.
Oh.
So young Henry is out exploring these local caves, and he stumbles upon a Russian spy. This spy has a stolen briefcase.
Hold on. We're jumping from 80s horror to a full-on Cold War spy thriller. That feels like a big leap.
It's very pulp, I
Yeah.
know. But inside that case was something called a black stone, which is basically a container for mind flare particles.
Oh, wow.
Henry touches it, the stone just disintegrates, and the particles go right into his bloodstream. He gets zapped into this place called Dimension X for 12 hours, and when he comes back, he's different.
Different how? Like he just wakes up with superpowers?
It's dumber than that. His entire physiology is altered, his blood type changes, and this is the missing link to understanding Dr. Brenner.
I thought Brenner just wanted to make psychic super soldiers to fight the Russians.
That's the cover story. The real reason is a family obsession. It turns out his father, Brenner Sr., was the captain of the USS Eldridge.
The Eldridge, you mean from the Philadelphia experiment conspiracy theory,
Mm,
where the Navy supposedly made a ship go invisible.
that's the one. Except in the Stranger Things universe, it didn't just go invisible. In 1943, it accidentally time jumped to Dimension X.
No way.
Brenner's dad was the only survivor, and when he came back, his blood had been altered in the exact same way as Henry's.
So that's why Brenner set up shop in Hawkins. Henry was proof.
He was proof that a human could survive the abyss. Brenner wasn't just building weapons, he was trying to understand what happened to his dad.
You said Dimension X and the Abyss a few times.
Yeah.
I think most of us just use that and the Upside Down to mean the same thing, but they're not, are they?
Not at all. And it's a super important distinction for the finale. Think of Dimension X, the Abyss, as raw, primordial clay. It's just this ancient, stormy world of floating rocks and particles.
And the Upside Down is the sculpture made from that clay.
Precisely. It's a snapshot, a psychic photograph of Hawkins that was created on November 6, 1983. The second 11 made contact with the Demogorgon. She bridged the worlds and essentially copy-pasted her reality onto the blank canvas of Dimension X.
That clears up so much. Okay, so where does that leave Henry in this whole power structure? Is he the one in charge?
He's more like a five-star general for the entity that lives there. He gave the Mind Flayer its spider shape that comes from his childhood fear of Black Widows, but he isn't the king.
So he's a host or a conduit?
And this is where the story gets really tragic. Have you heard of Patty Newby?
Newby. Like Bob Newby?
His sister. She was Henry's childhood love interest, his anchor to humanity.
You're kidding me. Vecna had a girlfriend.
And that flips the entire narrative. He didn't just kill his family because he was a sociopath. He lashed out because the entity, the infection, was isolating him from the one person he actually cared about. He's a corrupted figure, not a purely evil one.
That gives the heroes a completely new way to fight him in Season 5.
Yeah.
It's not just about overpowering him.
Exactly. If they know this, they can weaponize his humanity. His greatest fear is that original moment in the cave, the moment he lost himself. They can use that trauma to try and break his connection to the hive mind.
Yeah. Using his own origin story against him.
It would be poetic, right?
It changes everything. But before we go, leave us with one last thought to chew on.
Okay, so consider this. The Russians built a machine to open a gate. The U.S. military has been poking at this since 1943. So even if they defeat Vecna, does that end the threat?
What do you mean?
I mean, if the technology exists to just punch a hole into Dimension X, is the door ever really closed? Or is it just unlocked, waiting for the next person to build the right machine?